guys. We have week 3, day 3 today. Lots of great exercises I'm going to take you through. We have a lot of time under tension with our lifts today. So the first one that we're doing is our dumbbell sumo squat. Our goal is to get to 10 reps of this. You scale it down to whatever number you need to, whether that's 5 or 8. And we're following that 4-0-1-0 tempo that we've been following with our other lifts. So that means it's going to take you 4 seconds to get down to the bottom of your sumo squat. So you are going to take both of your dumbbells. We're going to hold them in front. I'm going to show you from the side first. Sumo squat means that our feet are outside of our shoulders. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. We're gonna go all the way to 10 like that. Showing you from the front, feet position outside of our shoulders for that sumo stance. We're keeping the weights close to our body. We're pushing the shins back. We're staying in our heels, going as low as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 10. We're gonna go right into 10 pulses. So we're keeping that time under tension after that last rep, keeping the weight in our heels, and going right into 10 pulses. So again, let's say this is rep number 9. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 10, right into 10 pulses. For the next exercise, y'all have 2 sets of dumbbells with you for this program. So the lighter set of dumbbells, I want you to place them on the floor. They're gonna be side by side, like how you see these 2. We're doing our heels elevated 1 1/4 squats. So I'm gonna grab my heavier weight for this, and I'm gonna be holding it in the front rack position by the dumbbell head this time. So if you find that your heaviest dumbbell is too heavy, you can change out these bottom weights, but the point is to have 2 of the same size weights side by side. So that way, you are even once you place your heels up onto the dumbbells. So our heels elevated squats puts more of an emphasis on our quads versus our posterior chain. We're still using that posterior chain, but it's also gonna just put more of an emphasis on the quads than a traditional squat because we got our heels up and our toes are gonna be pointed forward. So our 1 1/4 squat, you're gonna go all the way down, and then you're gonna come up to those hips just slightly above parallel, back down, that's 1. We're trying to go to 14 of this. So again, it's full squat, up, down, 2. Full squat, 2 1/4 squat, down, that's 3. All the way down, up, down, 4. So the reason why we're doing that 1 1/4 squat is because it's increasing that time under tension. So I'm gonna move these to the side so that way you guys can also see this from a different angle. So I got my weight side by side. I'm placing my heels up. My toes are pointed forward. Holding the dumbbell underneath my chin. I'm gonna keep my chest up as tall as I can with this. Go all the way down, up to 1/4, down, that's 1. All the way down, up, 2, 3. So another really important thing to note is keep your core tight all the way through this. We do not want to be rounding the shoulders forward and squatting. Pull those elbows back. Make sure that your core is tight. Thinking about pulling that belly button in towards your spine all the way through the squat. Now if you find that it's too difficult to hold weight doing this, that's okay. We can modify it by using no weight. We're still doing the same exercise. Going down to the full squat, quarter, and up. Down to a full squat, quarter, and up. We can also take out that quarter squat if we need to for a further modification to where we're just doing 14 heels elevated regular squats. Have the bench or the wall next to you for support if you need that. So again, 14 reps of this, but we're scaling it down to whatever rep we need to do, whether that's 5, 8, 10, goal is 14 though. After your heels elevated squats, we're going into a double dumbbell Romanian deadlift, and we're going back to that 4-0-1-0 tempo. So we're gonna bring the dumbbells in front. I'm gonna stand with my shoulder blades down and back. I'm standing up tall. My quads and glutes are tight. From here, you're going to unlock your knees just slightly. The Romanian deadlift means that the legs are almost straight. We're keeping them stiff with the hips high. I want you to think about pushing your hips and knees behind you as far as you can. Notice how high my hips stay with this. I've got the weights close to my body. I'm bringing them right down to my shins. I stand it all the way up. Squeeze my glutes at the top. 4 seconds on the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3. We're keeping our core tight all the way through this one too. Now, if you have to change up the range of motion a bit, if your hamstrings do not allow you to go all the way down to mid-shin, let's say this is as far as you can go, right below the knee, that's okay. I still want you to focus on that 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up, showing you from the front. My feet are in line with my hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. Keeping that back tight the whole time. We're never rounding the shoulders forward. Now, if we need to modify it, we can always go down to one weight. Working our way through the same movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. As you're working your way through the reps, you should feel this in your hamstrings the entire time. If at any point you feel it in your quads, let's say you are deadlifting and you feel it in your quads, notice how my knees are forward. The way that we fix this is we push the knees back to where we feel that tension in our hamstrings and not our quads. Your goal is to get through 10 reps of those. You can rest for 30 seconds if you need to, and then we do it again because our goal is to get through 4 rounds of this. That is part 1 of the workout. Part 2, we're going into Tabata again. We're gonna go fire hydrants. So this is a great glute exercise. We're gonna stay all 4 sets, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, on one side of our fire hydrant. Notice how my shoulders are stacked over top of my hands and my hips are over top of my knees. I'm gonna keep my back nice and flat as I lift parallel with the floor and back down. We're gonna hold for a second at the top. You're gonna go 20 seconds, all on one side. As many reps as you can. You rest for 10 seconds. We stay on that side for all 4 sets. Once you have done 4 sets on one side, then you'll do all 4 on the other. Showing you front. 20 seconds, all on one side. You'll have 10 seconds to rest. 20 seconds, all on that same side again. Working our way 4 sets one side, 4 sets the other side for a total of 8 sets. That's our Tabata workout. That is part 2. After that, you can rest up to 2 minutes again if you need to. And then we have what I call an AMRAP. So an AMRAP stands for as many rounds as possible. You'll notice in your app, it does not have it written up in the bottom part the same way. I want you to go back up to the instructions, and that way you can see the instructions for this part. I have the exercise videos listed for you still, but you'll want to read through the instructions just so that way you know exactly what you're doing after watching this demo video, but I'm going to talk you through it. So AMRAP, as many rounds as possible for 8 minutes. We are doing dumbbell step-ups and alternating sit-ups. So our dumbbell step-ups, we want to try to do them weighted if we can. So we're going 2 reps each round, increasing by 2 each round. So 3, 2, 1, go. The first set will look like this. 1, switch sides, 2. You'll place the dumbbells down, and we'll go into alternating sit-ups. Arms all the way back, right hand to left foot. 1, 2. We bring it back up. We're increasing by 2 reps each round. So next I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I place my weights down and I go right into my 4 alternating sit-ups. Arms and legs out straight, right hand to left foot. 1, switch, 2, 3, and 4. Then I would go to 6 step-ups, 6 alternating sit-ups. 8 and 8, 10, 10. You're going as high as you can get for 8 minutes today. So now let's talk about some modifications. So with your dumbbell step-ups, if you got the heavier weights, you can go down to your lighter set of dumbbells. If you find that it is too difficult with weights, that's okay. We go into our regular step-ups with no weight. You can have the wall close by if you need to use that for assistance. Now for our alternating sit-up variations, if you find that the straight leg sit-up is too difficult, we can do the same movement but with our knees bent. So arms are still back. You're gonna tuck your left knee and tap with your hands. Back and tap, back, tap. Now, if you find that it's too difficult to sit up, we can also just do a crunch, and then we can place those hands behind our head if we need to, and just go into regular crunches. So those are all of our modifications for that 8-minute AMRAP. Remember, you're working for 8 minutes and your goal is to get as high as you can. You're increasing by 2 reps every round. If you guys have any questions with this, make sure that you reach out to me. Enjoy your workout.